Well, joining me now is Palestinian activist Mustafa Barghouti. He also ran for the presidency of the Palestinian National Authority in 2005. Mr. Barghouti, it's good to have you with us. The UN has been reiterating their position that those detained should be charged and face trial or released without delay. If Article 186 goes unchallenged, how much will that hurt Samer Essawi's chances of being released?
Well, Samer Essawi and three other Palestinian prisoners like Ayman Sharauni are now facing the possibility of death because they are on hunger strike, striking against their illegal arrest. And of course, without changing this law, Israel could continue to arrest them and they could die at any moment. The other problem here is that Israel is using not only this law, but they use the British mandatory law, which was cancelled in Britain and cancelled everywhere else. They still use it to arrest people in what they call administrative detention, which is an arbitrary form of arrest that allows Israel to arrest people for unlimited amount of time without charges, just because they have what they call secret evidence that they would not show to the accused or their lawyers. So in my opinion, what you see today is a very important sign of a system of apartheid and racist discrimination by Israel against the Palestinian people.
Well, Samer Essawi, who's been on hunger strike for just over 200 days now, and the others who have also been on hunger strike with him, the UN Special Rapporteur has said that they could essentially die at any minute, and that Israel will be held responsible for any permanent harm. But what role do you think the international community has in this situation to make sure that these prisoners are freed or charged?
Well, in my opinion, if the violations that Israel is committing, in the occupied Palestinian territories have been committed in any other part of the world, the whole world will be up in arms against this terrible violation of human rights. Unfortunately, Israel is allowed to be impunitive to international law. It's allowed to be above international law, and in my opinion, the international community has failed to hold Israel responsible like they do with other countries. In this particular case, an urgent action is needed, and the only way to change the Israeli approach and the Israeli attitude is by threatening with punishment acts, including boycott, divestment, and sanctions. This is the only way, not only to save the lives of Samer Essawi and his colleagues, but also it's the only way to end this system of apartheid that has become much worse than the system of apartheid in South Africa at one point of time.
All right, that's a Palestinian activist Mustafa Barghouti. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.